Well, despite the fact that home robberies are at a 6-year high, it seems that Australians are still pretty lax in their attitudes when it comes to home security. Now, recent statistics suggest that around 40% of people leave doors and windows unlocked when they leave their house, and more than 30% leave a spare key out.
These are pretty surprising figures, given 1/3 of Australians have been a victim of break and enter. Security experts are now warning people to be vigilant, saying a standard home alarm system just isn't enough. Daniel Lukovitz is the CEO of Calamity Security and he joins us now to discuss. Daniel, why are home robberies on the rise?
There's a lot of things that cause robbery, drug drought, changes in law enforcement, but one of the other things that's happened is people these days have a lot more stuff that's worth stealing, and it's a lot easier for criminals to sell that stuff, portable electronics, small valuables, and these are all attractive targets to thieves who know they can steal it, get away with it, sell it and not get caught.
So if we have stuff that's more valuable, why aren't we taking enough precautions?
Well, we should be, and this is one of the biggest problems. We get calls at Calamity all the time from people who say, we just got robbed, we need help, and that's always disappointing because I think a lot of people have insurance and they've never made a claim. A lot of businesses have fire extinguishers and they've never had a fire. Security needs to be the same. You need to have it in place before you one day need it, rather than learning a very expensive lesson that you didn't.
Yeah. So what are some of the mistakes people make then when it comes to their home security?
Well, there's two key mistakes. The first one is having not thought about it until it's too late. So as I said, you've got to get onto these things when you're renovating your house, when you're moving to new premises, when it's a Thursday. That's a good opportunity to start thinking about security. But the other thing is that sometimes people think they have security because they might have installed an alarm system 20 years ago. It's now old and decrepit, or they just simply forget to use it. There's no point having a strong door with solid locks on it if you forget to lock the door when you go out.
Today, what should people be doing to best secure their home?
Okay, so the first thing they need to do is think, if I were a criminal, how would I get into this place? Start looking there. The second thing is, have a plan for your family. Think about, well, what are we going to do if we have a robbery? The third thing is actually put in controls such as an alarm system that's properly monitored and well installed, solid locks on doors, and then make sure that you use all of these things as well, and keep checking and checking and rechecking. The security of any place is only as strong as its weakest link, so if the front of the house is secure and the back's wide open, you're going to have a problem.
Yeah, it's a good thing about the checking, isn't it? Because you never know when your kids are running around opening up doors and leaving them unlocked.
Yep.
So when everybody leaves the house, yes, you have to do that double check and go back around.
That's right, but a lot of the technology that we put in these days is very good for young families because it can tell the parents that the kids have come home. It can tell you when they might have left the door unlocked as well. So it helps with your lifestyle as well as helping with security as well.
I want to ask you about the family plan. You said have a family plan. What does that mean?
Well, I get asked all the time, what do we do if we wake up one night and we find someone in our bedroom, for example? And there's no one-size-fits-all answer because some people might get up and fight, other people might panic, other people might pass out. So the main thing that people need to do with any sort of risk management is think about, if this happened to me, what would I do? And have a plan in place so that when you mentally rehearse that, you're actually ready to put that into action. But having things like alarm systems that work while you sleep at night are also very useful at telling criminals, you know what, don't go here, rob next door instead. Their house is a softer target.
Okay, social media is often blamed, isn't it, as well? You know, if you're posting pictures of your great holiday in Fiji, it's sort of telling people you're not home.
Well, 20 years ago, we used to tell people that on Boxing Day after Christmas, don't put the cardboard box of all your new televisions and presents on the front lawn because criminals see that. And that was the advice we got 20 years ago. Well, now they're effectively advertising that to the whole world by saying, we've gone away on holiday, this is when we're getting back, and by the way, here's that really nice new bracelet that I got last Christmas. Hey, come and rob me.
It's so obvious when you point it out like that, isn't it?
No one's bought me a bracelet.
What about Uber as well? I'd heard that basically people are getting in the car, obviously, with, you know, your taxi driver, your Uber driver, saying, hey, I'm off to the airport, this is fantastic, and you're basically saying, hey, I'm leaving my house for 2 weeks.
Well, again, these are problems that have been around forever. Luggage tags on the carousel at the airport with your home address on it also said that this person's not at home. But it's okay to leave the house, it's okay to go away, provided you've got proper security set up in your absence. And just like insurance, you've got a properly monitored alarm system, you've got prominent signage from a well-known security company on the fence, and then you can go away and you can enjoy your holiday knowing that all your stuff and your privacy is going to be there when you get back.
Daniel, any other advice? Is a dog or a ferocious cat still good to deter burglaries?
I'm going to upset half your audience by saying I am a dog person, but look, there's
Thanks for your time, Daniel.
but look, it's a function of a number of things that you need to have. There's no one thing. So you need to have good locks that work. You need to know what's normal in your neighbourhood, having your neighbours on site as well so that you see what's suspicious, and just generally thinking about security from time to time and not waiting till it's too late.
Yeah.
We had up on the screen there, be wary of door knockers. What do you mean by that?
I would be aware of any person who wants to come onto your property unless you have invited them and you know exactly who they are. And if you don't, ask for ID. Now, we've always been told to check strangers for ID. However, a lot of people don't have the guts to do that. These people aren't offended. Say, what's your ID? And ring the company, find out that they're who they claim to be before you let them breach your security.
Yeah, some great advice. Thanks, Daniel.
Thank you.